We're going to do this again because I have to understand and see if me and you are on the same page.
Well, maybe you should read some of it. Scroll down and read it.
Oh, it's the book itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. How many pages is it?
I don't remember. I think it's just over 100.
Manic Mel Tarot Guidance Book Intro. My name is Melissa, and I created this deck with the pure intention of helping people find clarity, truth, and direction when facing life's challenges. This is a let's figure it out and rise kind of energy. The Manic Mel Tarot is rooted in the traditional Renway system, but it goes beyond the basics. This deck doesn't sugarcoat, it calls things out exactly as they are while still offering validation and understanding. It is no filter, unapologetically blunt. Straight from source, spiritual guidance. This deck exists to help you face real truths, the kind people often avoid, but the kind that leads to growth, alignment, and forward movement. Delivers Manic Mel Tarot blends traditional tarot meanings with raw, unfiltered insight in my own personal style. I can feel the energy just reading it. It's making me emotional.
Well, look at the cards.
Melissa, I have to process. Melissa, half the world doesn't believe in what you're talking about.
I don't care about that.
I know you don't, but I get it. I do. I get it. It's intention every moment, every second of your life, isn't it? Or how do you accomplish anything?
Right.
And when I think of the things in my life where I have just decided it was going to get done and I needed to see it done, they did. They got done. Through distraction, through whatever, one way or the other, right? And yet it feels like some of the stuff that's been most important to me, I haven't demonstrated that. So I'm reading this, and if it sucked, I tell you, and it doesn't suck. And because I know who the author is and I understand what you mean by unapologetically blunt and real and all of these things, it's spiritual guidance with a nonchalant bluntness meant to help you get answers, gain clarity, and move forward with confidence. Thank you for choosing this deck. I truly hope it supports you in finding the guidance you seek. Always remember to use your discernment. This deck is a tool for spiritual guidance. It does not predict the future. Instead, it helps you navigate your current path, work through challenges, and reconnect with your alignment.
And then it shows you some spreads you can do. It talks about the spreads 1 to 5. And then
One card pull is a simple yet powerful way to gain or daily guidance. This method is ideal. I don't want to read anymore for 2 reasons. One is because it's reminding me of things I'm not doing. Because you just said intention, right?
Mm-hmm. But I changed that.
If you're partying all day, every day, and then tomorrow you just flip a freaking card, is it more of a game to you than it is for real? Is that wrong to say?
Like flipping a card, what do you mean?
If you've got no direction in your life and you're just hanging out and you're pretending the cards matter, do they? If you're not aiming for goals, if you don't have goals and discipline in life, isn't that the point of tarot? To keep you guided?
The Fool's journey, right? The Fool's you. And the cards, you're asking the universe to help you answer.
Right, and if you're never doing anything for yourself to ascend, doing it is
pointless, yeah.
What does discernment mean?
Discernment?
Discernment, yeah. Sorry.
It's like use your judgment, use your intuition. It's just a strong word for, remember that not everything is for you, right?
Yeah. Right. So if you're reading this or you're hearing this and it's appealing to you, or your book, you take, somebody buys it, they read it, and it's exactly opposite of what just happened to me. They don't feel a thing. You don't convince them.
Right.
Oh, well, on with the show. It's obviously not for them.
That's
or at least
why
not in your voice.
I wrote, I hope you get something out of my cards, and you know what I mean? Right?
There was a comedian, his name was Louis Anderson, and I've told you this before too, because this is what you make me think of. He said, as a comedian, he wanted to move people.
Right.
And even if that meant you getting up and turning the TV off or changing the channel, he moved you in one way or another. He got a reaction out of it.
Right.
And that's one heck of a way to look at it, right? And obviously he did pretty good because people are still talking about him in certain circles, or that saying has gone around enough. They're doing a biopic. I don't know who I mean by they. I just saw an advertisement for it. Somebody's producing a documentary on Ralphie May.
Okay.
That big fat dude. Right there looked like Brian Blood.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's snowing up.
For not looking good, he gets around.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was right there, right there.
Wow.
Made me think of locals the other night. That was funny. It's written in big letters, and I'm staring at the receipt. Didn't you text the other night? You were looking at your phone, and it was like right from you, or you were holding it.
Yeah. Where's my phone? Oh.
Or the usual on the internet is you're actually holding it while you're looking for it, like
Right.
with the light. I've had that mindfuck a couple times. Okay, where am I going? 17. Let's read the it's a business. That's fine. I'd rather walk in. You know what? I don't mind being a delivery driver because I enjoy the driving. Skip wrecked it by giving people these petty little ways to bitch about shit. And take away any value from the trip. The actual profit. The reason being a courier would work for $350 a freaking trip was
So
because
you really felt, man,
made me
matter with
cry. I'm real. I get it. You talking about controlling yourself and spiraling made me think about all my thoughts. You think I like telling you those things across my mind? I don't like admitting it, but I'm a human fucking being. Of course that's what's gonna come to my mind if I'm away from you and I'm mad at you. Like, holy fuck. Like, listening to you talk about what spiraling means and just all the responsibilities I have in front of me and the right people in front of me and what I believe in and just get my head, like, not get, you know what, not even getting my head out of my ass. Okay, just wake up, get back to real, get back to what made me feel good.
Right.
I know you would follow me anywhere I go. But to follow me anywhere I go means I need that something I'm going to. You're gonna pay. You'll do your fair share. I know all of these things. Your kids are lazy, you know it. They're kids, they've had a rough life.
They're just having a lazy moment because right now
Listen, I don't want to dive into it at all. It works itself out. I'm saying where it exists, you acknowledge. Half my problem is trying to fix it right now, and that's me projecting, hey, kid, like, fuck, I'm 51 now, and I'm like, before you worry about this kid, how about you give the kid something to look at? It's exactly my point, what I'm trying to say. In fact, I'm still recording all of this.
Oh, nice.
Well, life just took over for real. Got a delivery, started talking about that. Got back to your book. Yes. But that, okay. We're losing touch of actually what me and you are talking about right now, I think. And that's why people are afraid of technology and artificial intelligence, and because connection to other human beings is being lost in context and argument. I think, anyways. I think reality catches up to you really quick, though, one way or another, in your own world. So life continues. Like, I am to the point where let's stop and I'll do a video on something. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna get loved, hated, whatever it is. And along the way, in fact, I'm trying to be really poignant, but you know what? I can honestly say there's a couple of things I truly understand. I'm gonna get loved, I'm gonna get hated no matter what I do.
Right.
And in between all of that stuff happening, I evolve, and some of those things get for better or worse.
Right.
And that kid in that video we were watching the other day, he had a disease where he's always in pain.
Right.
There's
I've actually followed his mom for a long time.
Right. And he did pass.
Yeah, he did.
And they asked,
very sad. So.
Right, and they asked, but in that video, he was trying to say, man, I mean, what's worth it? Like, what is life about? And he's like, I'm not sure, but telling my story, I want to give up. I'm always in all this pain, and then I hear somebody say, if it wasn't for you,
right.
And he's like, if that's actually the cost of this in my lifetime, I'm down.
Right.
Well, that's what energy truly is in my mind. Your question right now wasn't about whether I actually liked your book. Your question was, did I really feel it?
Yeah, the energy. I put some energy into it. I used crystals and had intent while I was typing it. And you literally cried.
Because I felt you.
That's the point.
I know who Manic Mel is. I understand the story. I know what you mean by... Okay, do you know what I find the most fascinating part about following tarot?
What?
Okay, you just said unapologetically blunt. Okay? I think people look into these things for an easy answer.
Yeah.
I think that's why people like Anthony Robbins and some of the self-help people that I've followed and listened to make money off of all of this stuff, because they're selling you that life management you say everybody needs.
Right.
Okay, so I think some people think they're going to pick up a tarot book and it's going to make their life fucking easy.
Some people do, yeah.
It's going to, oh, this answers everything and this solves this and now I know all this. So when you say unapologetically blunt, you're trying to say if you think this is going to solve your problems and you're not going to hear something that you don't like, you should continue on your way.
Right.
I wish I had a picture of that.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you're doing great, buddy.
She didn't cross. It's not his fault.
Okay.
She pushed the button, looked at him, and like he didn't know what she was doing. She actually wasn't wrong there.
We're driving.
Anyway, yeah.
This is why I wonder if I should post this stuff. We're posting what we're talking about right now.
Right.
Because that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You're saying unapologetically blunt because and this is where I don't even quite understand it, but the reason we're actually talking about it is so people can read this or listen to this and decide if they want to maybe try your book. Sure. Or even talk to you as a guide.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm getting at is the unapologetically blunt part is if you were in a session with somebody doing a reading and a card came up and your gut instinct is this is where you're having trouble, isn't it? Because this card says you're not doing this, this, and this.
Absolutely.
That person better be ready, and if it's alcoholism, you're in trouble because you're going to call it out.
Right, you'll get the devil or the death card for addiction and cycles.
And this is where this is an art, if you will. Yeah, this is knowledge.
Like honestly, anybody
intuition.
can do tarot.
Right.
It's what you believe in. If you actually believe.
I'm gonna give you a funny way of explaining this because my brain thinks anybody can do tarot like anybody can run a poker table. If the dealer doesn't stay in control, the game's lost.
Right.
So if you can tell me that anybody can do tarot, but if I'm with somebody who doesn't actually know a deck or what it means, then nobody can do tarot.
Right.
Somebody has to dedicate themselves to understanding what it is, because that's what you were saying.
Reading the book, finding out the definitions, trying it yourself, and like some decks you don't feel it, so you're like you don't even you're like, yeah, this isn't for me, but then you'll see another deck that you really want and you think it's cool, and then you start using it and you're like, oh, I can actually follow this stuff. Right.
Okay, and what makes a tarot? See, I know nothing about it except what you've taught me, and it's based on breath and weight. What is that?
Breath and weight. It's just
the creators,
some of the people that created some of the more arty style tarot,
and where it becomes
with more definitions and stuff like that, right? Because in the picture there's a lot of symbolism. That's why you should look at it.
When we first started getting into this, we went
the deck I gave you has a lot of symbolisms in it, whereas one of the other decks I have is like pretty basic, right? There's like no symbolism, like pictures and shit in it.
Right, and then you bought a different one
that is full of everything.
And that is actually what inspired you to do your own.
Well, yes, because I have my entirely different style.
You also took a course to be certified, and the result of taking that course is your gut instinct, and the answer to me was, I should do this course myself, it would be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And I also do want to do tarot reading for people, so I want my own deck with my own vibe, so that,
Right, which brings us full circle.
And that is one of the questions people ask when you do read their tarot. Is this your deck? Where did you get your deck from? And it would be really awesome to say I created it. top of I have certification and I've been doing spiritual guidance for like 20 years and everything else, right?
All of the above.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
like you going to a reading and finding out that your actual reader made their own deck for their with
The
their
more I
energy
learn about
and
it and understand about it,
right.
because again, I'm going to try this again. When we first looked into it, we went to a store that you don't like. Not even going to say where because I don't care. We went to a store that you don't like. All we cared about was, and this store is total self-improvement, this kind of play, or spiritual gemstones and
Right.
you name it. And all we cared about was looking at tarot books because we were trying to find one.
Yeah.
That's what this was actually about in the beginning. Me and you first together, you teaching me about this stuff, learning about it. Okay, let's learn about a deck because I want. Remember, you told me that. I remember what it was. You said that your deck, which was becoming our deck, needed new energy.
Yeah.
We wanted to cleanse it, and we should get a new deck. And the place we went, I'm going to get to my point. The place we went had a superheroes tarot deck, and I actually took offense to it at first because this is going to come up.
Right.
You were apprehensive about doing any of this stuff when we first met because you didn't think it was genuine to charge money for all of these different things. And I mean, I don't want to complicate it. We were in a different mind frame. We were in a different stage.
We've ascended since then. So
yes.
Yes.
Yes. I've almost lost my whole question about it. Yeah, explain that to me, because that's part of energy. I said that it's too commercialized if it's a superhero, and you're like, no, it's imagination. If it resonates with a kid that wants to buy it and learn with it because of that, then it's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah, it has a purpose, right?
So, is it wrong of me to ask you, like, I guess it is wrong. I was going to say, who's your ideal person to do a reading for, but you don't know that.
I don't know.
You just
Universe gets to decide that for me. Tell me.
Right.
When
they just need to know that you're not afraid to call them out. That was the point I was getting at.
And it's not about me, it's about that person.
Right. I think that's, yeah, okay. I'm trying to answer for people. I can't. But this is exactly what I was talking about.
What are we doing?
We're going.
I was like,
yeah, I'm waiting for this to go bing, and we're creating
it's gonna go bing, and it's gonna give us a $20 order.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop and publish this. This is what I'm talking about. I don't need to wait. I don't need to do anything. I just said this. The site is he said, she said, we said, and that's what it literally should be. So when you go, it's all those topics that we will end up talking about. I know the only way the content's going to be created is if I push the button, and I'm not saying that against you. That's the conversation we've been having. You are the content. You're doing your version. Here, Jared, love you. We're connected. We're in a relationship. We can be business partners because we see things differently and the same at the same time. We have the same ideals. We have the same beliefs, and we're ready to tell each other that they're right or wrong about something.
Right.
All of the above. Flip it. We love each other. Committed to each other.
Right.
We don't fight about jealousy or anything else. We fight about stress. If we even fight.
Right.
I don't even like calling them fights.
I argue with you about cycles that we're not breaking.
Right, and then the fun is both of us mirroring to figure out, okay, where's the truth in it, and where do I gotta pick up the fucking slack for myself and for the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all of this is actually what I've been talking about, because we have to let people know you're out there to help.
Or if you just want to vent at me and get your shit out, I don't mind that either. If you need to scream at somebody, you know.
Well,
I'm not even kidding. Some people just need that person to just And personally, I don't. I'll ask you if you feel better.
Okay. See, the part for me is interesting because, and people could say I'm biased in me saying that it's okay um, for a person to pay you for your time and effort and energy. So for $33, you're willing to talk to somebody ahead of time, line things up, say what kind of you're feeling, and then $33 gets 15, 20 minutes where they actually get to do what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, it's private. No, it's confidential. Could be anything.
I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor or anything. I'm there for you to let it out and try and figure out a solution that will help you as the person get through whatever you're going through so that you can have a better life or ascend, right? Because not a lot of people out there have a person to talk to, right? It's not just about tarot reading, it's about actually helping people get through life, right? But it's up to the person to take that help. And that's where I'm blunt. I will tell you straight up what your issues are I have with you, or, like,
At the end of the day, you still want to be an ally. You're not going to
I'm not there to judge you. And I don't have all the answers. But I also know what it's like to be a person that's very lonely in my entire life because I've never had like a really good support system or anything.
Right.
Okay. I know that it's very hard to even talk to counselors and therapists and doctors because you are being judged, right? All those people are connected. You sign waivers and stuff that say if we need to get this information and da 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 da, right?
Okay. So, plain and simple, a human mind hears something from another human being, there has to be judgment. You're going to form what you think of that person doing that.
It's an opinion, but that person...
A doctor is trained and educated, hopefully enough, and has your best interests at heart to guide you the right way. That's actually what I'm trying to say. You're saying you're an ally. They've given you a few bucks to vent and be confidential, and they wouldn't do it if they didn't feel some sort of connection or you don't already. And at the end of the day, you're going to have that enough to say, hey, a little bit of this is on you.
Yeah.
This is where you are responsible. I'm going to call you out because you mentioned it, and that was a Freudian slip or this or that.
And if you don't like that and you don't come back, well, fine.
No problem.
But maybe down the line you think about it and you're like, holy shit, and you do those changes, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go talk to that person again because they actually did give me the advice that I needed that nobody else would give me.
Right.
Because a lot of people sugarcoat and validate the mistreatment and stupid stuff.
Right.
So I'm basically like a person that you can just go and talk to and know that it's a free... What?
That truck was literally... People on this road don't stay in their lane. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Like
for me, for instance, I can't go and talk to my family at all right now because they're my problem. So for me, it'd be like, oh my god, I can go and talk to this person and see if I like them, and then I can pay them this much money just to get all of this out.
What was that? Say that again.
Having a no support system, but you have a lot of stuff built up, it's nice to know that you could go and find someone who will talk to you for 10 minutes and let you find out if you actually are comfortable talking to them or doing a reading or whatever, and then actually paying somebody to help vent, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't think about the people's money.
You know what we need to do, actually?
As much as I want
We need to set this up so that people can actually click on the 5-minute thing to line up 5 minutes with you. You'll know in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I usually do.
That, like, I'm not trying to rush this. In fact, me and you have been having conversations about how we get this out there, and it's come down to Jared. You lead the way, and when I do, shit does happen, which is a good thing. We've been trying to figure out why would we admit we do not expect somebody to land on a page, see a few words of a paragraph that you're like an intro, and then give me $35.
Right.
We need to add the calendar link where they get the 5 minutes with you first.
Right.
Yeah. That's what this should be. Plain and simple. Because let's be honest about it. The right people will set up a 5-minute to see if it's right to continue.
Right.
And there will be people who do it just
to see
shits and giggles out of it.
Or maybe they're my haters and they actually want to see my face, but that's the only way they can do it.
Maybe. Sure. Sure.
Hey.
See this post on Facebook? Type in truth. We'll send you a message on how you can get.
I'm verified. That's my picture in my profile picture.
You like saying that, eh?
I do, because people think it's AI or say stupid shit. So.
Oh, we're going off into a completely different conversation.
Oh, I know,
but it's okay. No, keep going. There's no limit here. This is getting posted. I can already see how this is going to look like on the website, and it actually makes sense to me. We're going to literally go. We're going to put, our picture right now that doesn't look right on the phone?
Yeah.
We're going to have all of those things just like, and all we're going to do is start looking at them and pick something. What do we want to talk about? I know there's a couple that we really don't want to talk about, but they're out there and we can say our piece every now and then.
Right.
But it's going to go through all those, and then you're going to see my face that says he said, and then you're going to see your face that says she said, and then we're going to see that one again, or just the Just Love logo for we said. Right. And this stuff's going to go under we said because it is me and you. It's me leading the way. I mean, I am here to be a mental health advocate, and I know I've been over this before. If it wasn't for meeting you, I wouldn't have locked in and believed 100%. I wouldn't have decided, okay, intuition's real, connection's real. Can't have relationships without connection. Have to live in the present. Have to be focused.
You have to have some sort of goal or some sort of plan so that you do stay focused and everything.
Right.
And once you reach that goal, you should have another goal behind it so that...
Right, and I've told you there's a speech by Arnold Schwarzenegger that says he's like, there's a point in your life where you have to decide whether you're like everybody else and you settle. And it's funny listening to him because he bounces around and you can tell he's not trying to offend anybody. There's always that point in life where everybody gets to you just have to do the work. For whatever it is you decide. And then he's like, and the other thing is and I've said that this is what bothers me, and I'm done with it. We've got all these opportunities, know how to do all of these things. It's like being nicest ship at sea, and like you said, if I don't know as the captain where I'm going, it's not going to matter. We're never going to fucking get there.
Right.
And when I say mental health, I mean, who am I kidding? I'm a man. And I've already been talking about this stuff. It blows my mind. People will correct me, but it blows my mind that like 75% of Canadian suicides are men. Or close to.
It's also all the estrogen and chemicals in the water.
See, the conversations that me and you can get into that are relative to this, that's what I'm trying to say. Mental health on one respect is big. Of course, I've talked to people, okay, here's a good one while we're talking about this. Does mental health exist? That was you rubbing the seat cushion.
It was. I know mental health exists because there's actual depression where people just, and depression does not mean suicide. I just want to, that's the very end of depression, where like people have been in that state for 5 to 10 plus years, okay, and they've gotten no support or no help with it. Um, and then yeah, there's definitely mental health.
Okay. Um, I think some people who come up with that are frustrated by, and I don't want to get too carried away into this subject right now, but constructs. When people go to the doctor and they come out and there's 10 different diagnoses and blah, 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 blah. Again, don't want to dive into it. The point I'm actually trying to make is yes, there's mental health. It's how we think. It's why we argue or literally say the most vile, despicable things to each other on social media. It's
I
how
can
we
sub it.
function every day. It's the foods we're eating, the drugs that we're getting
Yeah.
from the doctors and illegal sources. It's a little bit of everything. And at the top of it, I think men's mental health has taken the biggest shit kicking. And still we're not talking about it. It's 2026 for crying
Well,
out loud.
it's also the way people are raised, right? Like even in your generation, you're raised to not talk about your feelings. You're the man. You have to pull away.
Okay, I dare say this. There's no way. You know what? See, this is what I gotta realize. Our website says no conversation is off bounds.
Right.
Like no filters here. We speak the truth in our own eyes.
But like as far as mental health, I have borderline personality disorder. It's from all of the
Okay.
trauma I had since I was young.
Yeah,
Okay. As
but what I was gonna
like,
say, I'm sorry, and maybe
but
this dates
everybody's
me. What you're talking about, and what I was in my brain, is we grew up a certain way with certain things, and these constructs you're talking about is these complications where reality got twisted along the way. And now we're getting into sexual orientations, genders, all of this, all of that.
Yeah, all of that was created by the government.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So to instill whatever, I don't know. I don't understand that one. That one baffles me.
But that's actually what I'm trying to say. We've gotten, see, there's no way to talk about this and not offend people and be labeled and people are gonna, oh, you're right wing or you're left wing or you're this or you're that. And
I don't believe in politics.
I know you don't, and it bugs me because even some of my allies who say they do and they don't still hold me on this. Like, oh, you don't think you sound like you're right wing or you're conservative, but you are. Sure, maybe there's certain things that are, and that is their opinion, and maybe at the end of the day, there's going to be certain truths to that. I'm bothered by the fact that politics is still a construct. And just because I happen to agree with the technical or the way it looks on paper and the way it results when those things are put into practice, way a certain party suggests, because they're created to disagree with each other. That's the problem. The funny thing is, when they're each in power, they're usually doing the same things, but they get to use the, oh, we're going to do it like this.
Right.
Which is what causes all this gridlock. I heard somebody say years and years ago, when the NDP took over and everybody thought the province was doomed, I heard some nurses, you know what they said? They didn't give up because the NDP was actually making sure hospitals were built. None of this gridlock of, oh, we're going to reverse a bunch of things that the old government had in place and blah, blah, blah. It's all contrast to keep us divided. And where I'm going with this is what you just said. It's created by the government. If we've lost sight of how many genders there are and what sexual orientation is all about and what a man and a female, a man and a woman are 100%, then no fucking wonder we're afraid to talk about men's health or women's health. There's my little rant. I don't even have an answer for it. It bothers me.
Because in fact, what you're kind of implying is it's never been good. Men have never been allowed to talk. Men are afraid to talk. Men are afraid to cry. Men are afraid to show any sort of femininity about themselves. Afraid to show their girl side or whatever that may be. And even if you're healthy, you're gonna have that little bit in you, aren't you?
It's human nature.
If we get really heavy into it on sexual orientation, studies show 99% of men have had a bisexual experience.
Well, everybody's curious about everything.
Okay, again. See, my brain right now is actually, do you want to talk about that, Jared? Do you want to go into that? But at the end of the day,
can we go to the library so we can go pee?
I have to ask you that. Like, I'll probably want to edit that out.
Yeah, it's a natural thing.
What? Hey, people are probably wondering why we don't go home.
Right. If I want to be brutally honest, I've never had a home in my entire life, so I wouldn't know what a home is even if I had one.
You did. You said you were there 6 years.
Doesn't mean it was a home.
Yeah, well, it was. It was shelter. It was, you could do what you wanted to do. Yeah.
No, I walked on eggshells every day and was very angry and miserable.
That's not 100% the truth either. The good news is you know you want out of all of that. Time to evolve. Help other people to help yourself, right? I mean, I just hit upon the fact that we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. Charging people money for our time and our energy. The day and age we live in, what people are willing to talk about, what they're not willing to talk about. And at the end of the day, I truly, genuinely want to help people. I would not be doing this for any other reason.
But you gotta remember, the person actually needs to want to be helped.
Okay, I can answer that too, because you know what? It's really funny. I've been manifesting this conversation with you for a while. No, seriously, didn't even realize it. It's like you being proud that you're verified. Because you're saying, I am real and this is what I put. And if you follow the links and you follow the channel, what we're doing here, this is where it exists. This is a starting point.
Right.
So I'm also verified. A lot of hatred and medicine, because what do? I take pictures of the homeless. I've made even other platforms. My name's mentioned on Reddit. Do I need to hide from these things? No. I am helping those people by talking about it in general. And if people think I'm crazy or I'm just looking for engagement, the money is not worth the harassment. There are days where some of these people, and you're a witness to this, you have that block. In fact, when I'm most negative about it, it bugs me. When I'm most positive about it, you remind me of the fact that my power is taking negative and turning into positive. Because I never would have met you otherwise. I took 10 years too. And see if I keep telling I get emotional. So yeah, you say people have to help themselves. Maybe people think it's ego. Maybe people think I'm selfish for it. I truly believe if we didn't share and tell our stories, we won't help anybody. And maybe I never make a real dollar on it. I don't know what to say about that. The truth of the matter is I'm creating enough change, the universe takes care of me. I truly believe that. I don't know where the money's coming from. It'll come from the right places. If I'm doing the right things and taking care of myself and my family and helping people and sharing and creating all this content, everything comes into place just from that. So yeah, you're right. People do have to choose for themselves. And it's really funny because I think I'm gonna look back on this conversation and create a post about it, because I've been dying to say that for a little while. We are at a point where the reason people are homeless is because they truly choose to sleep on the street if they didn't figure out somewhere to go to carry on the lifestyle that keeps them there. And if I went and asked them, they tell me off right now. If I found some of the people that I know in Medicine Hat who hang out on the street and do drugs, they would tell me to off. And if I took them to my home and I fed them and I gave them a shower and I put $20 in their pocket, they might even, I'm going. I was here first. I don't care. This is fun. This is what I'm saying. I'll post. I really am. Take some of these people home. They would take my kindness, and unfortunately their frame of mind, and that's the whole point. They take my kindness, they take advantage of my kindness, and they probably steal from me if they could. Sad but true. Nobody wants to admit it. And it doesn't matter if I know them personally, how long I've known them, how long I've lived in Medicine Hat, how long I've seen them in these cycles. I'm asking, why do we let them do it? But acting like there's an easy answers, like it's me the ass, and I know I missed the turn.
Okay.
That's okay.
You want to see how far you can annoy me before I smack it?
Not really. No, that wasn't the goal at all. Wow.
Lucy's does that at the fucking shelter because the shoes can make that squeak if you know.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't want to be mean. Of course he does. It's like taking a water bottle away from him. I'm not trying to be mean. You that crinkle that is giving you all that satisfaction because your mind is entertained and is driving me nuts. I'm not taking away because I don't want you to crinkle it. I'm taking away because I don't want to hear it crinkle. Can I fit?
Why do you do that?
Do what? I'll wait here. Unless you want me to come in and watch.
No, thank you.
Should I post all of this?
You can.
I might as well, eh?